Hello and welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix of 1984 here in Zolder, where we do have the Tree Grand Prix at the moment, but I can assure you the Belgian Grand Prix will be along very, very soon. The first thing that I have to say is that Ferrari, having been completely anonymous in South Africa, are very much back here in Zolder. Michelealboreto, he has taken pole position, and renearnoux is alongside him in a Ferrari 1-2. So Ferrari very much showing their class, back to form. And then it's Kekerosberg in third place. He was strong in South Africa in qualifying, at least dropped back a bit in the race, but you know, if he can stay with those Ferraris, he'll be having a great Grand Prix. So we'll wait to see what happens from Rosberg's point of view there. Derekwarwick, he is fourth in the Renault. Eliodeangelis starts fifth in the Lotus. And then a fantastic performance from Manfredwinkelhock in the ATS. He starts up in sixth position. What an incredible performance from the German there. Riccardo Patrese, he is seventh in the Alfa Romeo, so much improved from Alfa. And McLaren have had a very disappointing qualifying. I think we've just got to accept that this isn't going to be the best season for them. Prost, the highest McLaren in eighth, but it's the South African Grand Prix winner, Nelsonpiquet, who is starting back in ninth. So, well, he only started seventh in Brazil, didn't he? So clearly, Brabham can't get it all together in qualifying either, and Piquet is going to be in for a bit of a difficult race, fighting his way through. He hasn't struggled to fight his way through yet, but you know, there's always a first time, so we'll see in this race. Can Piquet get through to the points? In theory he should, fairly easily, but we shall see. Niki Lauda, he is all the way down in 14th in that second McLaren, so a massive disappointment for him. Johnny Cecotto, he outqualifies his young teammate Ayrton Senna in that Tolman, so reasons to be optimistic for Cecotto. Look at Fabi in that Brabham as well, back in 18th. That's the second Brabham, so really Brabham having just a whole multitude of problems in qualifying here. The two Tyrrells, Belloff ahead of Brundle, they're 21st and 22nd on the 11th row of the grid, and then behind them you have Hesno, you have Mark Schurer, and then the rest of them as we get ready to go racing here in Belgium. So here we go. I've picked Michelealboreto's cockpit camera because that's what happens when you try to use the TV camera here. The Zolder camera likes buildings. There we go. So Alboreto is away, and he's away well behind the garage, and now he's ahead of it as well. And great start from Alboreto. So Ferrari maintain their 1-2 as they go down to the first corner, and Rosberg is snapping at the heels in third place. So the top six at the moment remain unchanged. There is a change at Prost. Has made a bit of an advance from his eighth on the grid. He is up in the seventh, so he'll be able to trouble and challenge Manfredwinkelhock. Arnoux has a little look at Alboreto there, but at the moment Michelealboreto very much knows exactly what he wants to do, and he is intending to do it quite clearly. So here we go then, and Arnoux still having a look at Alboreto. Kekerosberg there in third place, and then you have Warwick, DeAngelis, and Manfredwinkelhock still in sixth place, still holding on. There goes Arnoux, still trying to have a look at Alboreto. Clearly he is a little bit quicker than Michele at the moment, but Michelealboreto has the lead. He also has far more points in the World Championship after the first two races, so Ferrari may well choose. Oh, and Arnoux though is getting very muscular, and Alboreto has to hold him off, because renearnoux, if Ferrari do want to benefit Alboreto for the sake of the Drivers' Championship and the fact that he is ahead in the points, well, Arnoux has certainly missed that memo, or does not want to read it, because he is very much still chasing Michelealboreto there, very much with the intention of passing him, of that I am sure. Rosberg is keeping up in the Williams. That's really impressive from Williams so far, keeping up those Ferrari turbos, and you can really hear the turbo engines roar around here in Zolder as well, so keep an ear out for that. And there goes Arnoux. Arnoux's run wide, and Rosberg is coming for a look here, and Kekerosberg gets inside. That's Rosberg in the Williams up in the second position, and what a move that has been. We have to look behind the garage, but Arnoux has simply out-dragged him. That Ferrari has so much power, and renearnoux simply out-drags Kekerosberg and keeps going. So there we go then. The Ferraris still very much up in the 1-2 of this race, and Arnoux will once again want to look to try to pass his teammate. Alboreto at the moment is holding firm, although we are now coming back into the section of the circuit where Alboreto is strong. and he's going to have another look here, I think. And Arnoux once again getting very muscular and firm with the michelealboreto. I wonder if he's going to be in trouble with the team after this race, because he is almost certainly going beyond what is acceptable to do with your teammate, especially at this stage of the race, and he's been like it for the whole race so far. Alboreto continues to lead. Arnoux is still in second, and Kekerosberg is still holding on in third place. And he's still trying. I know he got simply out-dragged by Arnoux, but when he's behind those Ferraris, he seems to be getting such a slipstream that he's able to keep up, and he's certainly got a bit of a gap behind to Eliodeangelis, who has now passed Derekwarwick. And that's it, and Arnoux runs a bit wide again. I don't think Rosberg's as close this time, but he's still going to try to have a look here, because it's worth doing, although Rosberg in the end runs wide as well and has to sit and stay behind renearnoux, who will try again in the second half of the circuit to catch up to his teammate. Final lap, last chance. Eliodeangelis still ahead of Warwick. Winkelhock, amazingly, is ahead of Prost still, so he's still holding on to that point, and he's ahead of Nelson-Piquet. So the two title rivals from last year, neither of them at the moment are in the points, and that is real pace. They just haven't got it. They have not got the pace to pass the ATS. Here comes Arnoux again. We know he likes to get his elbows out into this corner, and again trying to push, but that time he ripped more, just risked losing his front wing or giving his teammate a puncture. That was pure reckless from Arnoux that time. Well, here we go. Alboreto still leads to come into the final turn, but no, the engine is going. I don't believe it. Alboreto, can he hold on? I don't think he can. I don't think he's got enough grunt to get him through. Arnoux passes him. Rosberg passes him. Eliodeangelis. I don't even think Alboreto is going to get a point. Arnoux wins the race. Rosberg is second. Alboreto crosses the line, but down in ninth position. What heartbreak for the Italian in the Ferrari at the very last hurdle of the Grand Prix. The very, very last hurdle. Michelealboreto goes out, and renearnoux gets that victory that he has so been asking for and craving for and pushing hard for, and it actually will put him now a couple of points ahead of his teammate in the championship. So things have turned around here in Zolder. Right, so let's have a look at the race results with that dramatic finish to the Grand Prix. renearnoux wins for Ferrari, but Ferrari lose the 1-2. That'll be so disappointing for them. Kekerosberg, he finishes second. That's where he qualified in South Africa, but he wasn't able to hold on. Well, this time, he more than held on. Really super job from Kekerosberg. eliodeangelis, he finishes third in the Lotus. That's his second podium in the first three races. So a bit of consistency there for Lotus. Fourth, Derekwarwick. He's done okay in the end, held on to some points. And look at that, manfredwinkelhock in the ATS held alainprost off in the McLaren for the entirety of the race. Shows McLaren is still in trouble, but by hook or by crook, and with that Ferrari retirement or engine blow, Prost once again manages to get himself a point for sixth place. That's 3 races, 3 sixth places for Alainprost. He's going to need quite a bit more than that if he wants to have any sort of prominence this season. Nelson-Piquet missed out on points there. So let's have a look at the Drivers' World Championship now. Nelson-Piquet does still lead that. He's on 13 points. Alboreto would have got ahead of him, but for that Ferrari engine going on the last corner. And Piquet on 13, Arnoux second on 11, Eliodeangelis third on 10, Alboreto fourth, he is on 9 points. Then Rosberg fifth, he is on 8, Mansell sixth on 7, Tombe seventh on 6. Then it's Farby, Prost and Warwick on 3, and Winkelhock on 2. The Constructors' Championship sees Ferrari leading it on 20 points, but with Lotus on 17 and Brabham on 16. So that is really tight there. And then you've got Renault in fourth, a little way off on 9 points. Williams fifth on 8, McLaren sixth on 3, and ATS seventh on 2. Well, what an unpredictable season this has been so far, and continues to be, following on from Zolder. If you guys want to keep in touch with this, just please give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us out, and you'll be able to keep in touch with what's going on and how this season is going to develop. Thank you so much for watching this race. And yeah, take care, and I'll catch you soon.